For the May the 1st LEGO set this year, LEGO is dropping a Jango Fett Starfighter, and it looks amazing. I have sung my outward praises of this set multiple times since it's been revealed. So today, I thought, you know what? Let's continue to be punctual, let's continue to be relevant, let's rank all the Star Wars Slave ones that we've released, or Boba Fett, Jango Fett, Starships. But I'm gonna do the list a little bit my way. I don't want to rank all of the variations, I don't want to rank the advent calendar, the poly bags. If it comes with a Boba Fett figure, then that's when we count it. If it can fit the figure in the build, that's when it counts for this list. I'll also not be excluding that special play case Jango Fett Slave one we got because it's no different. You just add a case. Why would I put that in the list? With that being said, we still get 10 Starfighters. So let's start off the list with number 10, and this is the 2023 Boba Fett Starship Microfighter. It gets the look of it across. It's decent enough, but it's just way too tiny. I don't know many people who are big fans of microfighters, but if you are, then I guess you'd like this one, but it's definitely nothing too special. And at number 9, the Slave One First Edition from 2000. I talked down about this set in my Grading Every LEGO Star Wars Set Ever series. It just looks way too blocky. Every other design at least has a little bit of roundness to it. This one is pure cut off angles, and it just looks really bad. The little blasters at the bottom clipped on by blue pieces. Oh boy, is this one rough. It's the first attempt, but still somehow on their first attempt, the X-Wing looks decent, the Y-Wing looks decent, the TIE Fighter looks decent, and this just doesn't. And at number 8, this is the Boba Fett Slave One Mini from Star Wars Celebration 6. And this is an expensive set. I guess it's one of 1,000. The tin is the main thing you guys will want from this. The Boba Fett Starfighter, they don't even have official images on Bricklink where I'm looking at all these images. So I had to go to eBay to find a picture from somebody where it has the display outside the packaging. And isn't this weird? You get Boba Fett without his little antenna? That's super odd, but I guess it gives this thing a little bit of charm. But I think it's better than the Microfighter, and also because the figure is better. But other than the tin, there's nothing special about this set. And at number 7, we have the Slave One Second Edition from 2006. The figure selection in this, while I'm happy that you get at least 4 figures and then the Han Solo and Carbonite, they are just the most bland figures you could have ever asked for. The Slave One is decent. It does start getting round in this portion, but there's also a bunch of exposed like Technic pieces on the side that I'm just not the hugest fan of. I like the box art because I think it's a little bit interesting that the ship is kind of like floating upwards. It's like it's just taking off. But it's also one of those ones that just hasn't held up the greatest. And then at number 6, we got the Boba Fett's Starship. Slave One in quotations. This is the Mandalorian one from 2021, and I guess it's fine to get the 2 figures, the 2 Mandalorians, get a little bit of a ladder to get into the ship, and a new little Carbonite piece that's not Han Solo for the first time. But no matter how you look at this, it's just too tiny in my opinion. I get making a ship like this where it's small, but I love how bulky and huge the other ones are. Mind you, the design, it is solid. I like how rounded it is. I like the textures. I like the stickers. It all looks good on this, but it just is not as good as the ones above it. And then at number 5, we have Jango Fett Slave One from 2002. A lot of people are going to say that this is one of the best because it has the Jango Fett figure that everybody loves. I have that figure sitting up in my display, and it is a great figure. But the build definitely is a little bit older and definitely shows its age, but it still does look relatively good. And it was very rounded off for a set that came out in 2002, considering the one in 2000 so jagged and angled. The fact that we got a rounded version that looks this good only 2 years later is kind of crazy, but you just gotta admit that the other ones do look better. It's just the fact that we never got one in this paint style until this year again. Now with that being said, in 4th place we have the Slave One 3rd edition from 2010. I like the Bosk figure, the Boba figure's good. And then we get a special Han with the version in Carbonite. The Carbonite piece in this is a very good piece that has been used since in many different ways. The little side compartments on the front, different storage areas, just so much about this ship just looks so much better than the previous ones. Even if you like the Jango one, you gotta admit that there is a gigantic upgrade in the design between that one and this one. And then with that being said, we got another upgrade with the Slave One 20th Anniversary Edition in 2019. That is the Slave One that I still display on my stand today. It looks really good. The only real flaw I see people complain about is they don't like the flick fire missiles in the front. Personally, I don't really care. I think it's fine. Of course, you can mod it really, really easily, but I'm just talking about how it looks. And on top of that, the figures you get are great. The extra little bonus of the Leia figure 20th anniversary, that's solid. But this is just the best play scale looking Slave One we've got to date. But now for the top two, which one do I think is better? The old one or the new one? And I personally think the old one, the Slave One UCS set, is the second place because yes, while it is a legendary UCS set, it just got one up this year. The build is amazing. One problem is this is kind of the brittle red, brittle brown era. So according to what I've heard, some of these pieces might get broken if you try to take it apart. Who knows why you'd ever want to take it apart, but that is an issue that could arise with this set. But with that being said, new pieces, new molds, new design, everything has just been upgraded from this to the Jango Fett Slave One from this year. So that's where I think we land. That's my number one. And let me know your ranking of the Jango Fett, Boba Fett Starships, the Slave Ones. And also let me know if you knew about that Celebration one, because I didn't know about it until I was doing my research for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm out. Peace.